Hola guys, how are you? Good day to my subscribers over here on YouTube, out there at Facebook, and also on TikTok. Guys, in this vlog or episode, I'd like to discuss on the newest product from Topps/Fanatics, which is the 2023 to 2024 Topps Chrome Basketball. This is the first time that Topps would release a Topps Chrome product for basketball since 2010. Right? They did release a Topps Chrome product in 2009. So it's been a while. Alright? So let me discuss my thoughts on the newest product from Topps, which is the Topps Chrome. Alright? But before that, I'd like to please invite you to please follow me over at Instagram. That would be at TimDuncan21_card collector. And also follow me over at Facebook. That would be at Revy Mayuyu's Hobby Vlogs, which is the same title or page that I have in YouTube. Alright, so please do so. So again, let's discuss on this new product from Fanatics, which is the Topps Chrome 2023 to 2024 featuring Victor Wembanyama. Let's go. The Victor Wembanyama exclusivity to Topps reminds me of the exclusivity of Shaquille O'Neal for Classic in 1992. Alright, so Shaquille O'Neal was also drafted first overall pick by the Orlando Magic in 1992, and he did sign exclusively for Classic. So that means only Classic could actually provide the fans or the collectors his autographs at that time. And what's more amazing with that situation is that other manufacturers aside from Classic cannot produce Shaquille's rookie card for a certain period of time. So what Upper Deck did was he introduced this trade card, which you could get from the Upper Deck Series 1 product, okay, and redeem it. It is a redemption, and it will be a hole will be placed or will be punched on the card, and you will be receiving this trade card. Alright, so kaya nakalagay dyan number 1B. But Upper Deck, as I've mentioned, at a certain point in time, hindi sila pwede mag-produce ng card or rookie card ni Shaquille O'Neal. But at a certain point in time, they will be able to. So sa Series 2, they'd release a short printed version which has the first draft pick. Ang difference dyan is yung redemption nakalagay trade card. Ang mas mahal is itong first NBA draft pick. Alright? So mas mahal to versus the redeemed version of this. Alright? So I have all four. Yung redemption na unredeemed, yung redeemed na may punch, yung card version niya, which is a trade card, and also the Series 2, in a way, through RC. Alright? So, yun ang storya nun. So, because Classic had the exclusivity to Topps, to Shaquille O'Neal, no one could actually, no manufacturer or card manufacturer could actually make an autograph card of Shaquille. So, in 1999, the first time that Shaq actually had an official NBA uniformed autograph was with Skybox or Fleer Skybox. It happened with Autographics and also sa Fresh Ink na subset nila from the packs, that the boxes they had at that time. So that was the first time. So it took about 7 years for Shaquille O'Neal to autograph or sign cards for a real card manufacturer. Kasi ang Classic, it's a college product in a way. It's a draft pick product in a way. Hindi talaga siya licensed ng NBA. So it took 7 years. With Wembanyama, yun ang selling point ng Topps Chrome, which is Wembanyama. Wembanyama is exclusive to Fanatics or Topps. We all know that Fanatics has bought Topps, alright? For those who don't know, yun ang nangyari doon. Fanatics is the owner of Topps right now. So Topps is Fanatics got the exclusivity to manufacture Wembanyama's autographs. So dun lang makukuha yon. The problem is hindi siya licensed. So the Topps or Fanatics brand is not yet licensed by the NBA. So 2026 pa magkakaroon ng lisensya. So that means that yung mga jersey na doon sa product na yan are all airbrushed. Hindi pwedeng pakita yung logo, hindi pwedeng pakita yung logo ng team sa t-shirt, sa jersey, and also they can't even put the name of the team there. For example, si Arvydas Sabonis or si Latrell Sprewell na meron doon sa mga products na yan sa Topps Chrome, ang nakalagay doon is Golden State Warriors or New York Knicks. Hindi yun ang nakalagay. Ang nakalagay doon, New York at saka Golden State Warriors. Golden State. Kakamali ako. So, Golden State and only New York. So, for Arvydas Sabonis, for example, Portland lang ang nakalagay. Walang Trail Blazers. So, pangit tingnan in a way, diba? So, the cards there, if not photographed well, no, makikita mo talaga airbrush lang yung damit. With Victor Wembanyama, there's a slight difference. Ang maganda with Victor Wembanyama's photos for Topps Chrome, maganda yung mga kuha. Mga nakatakip lang yung jersey, nakaganyan, hindi masyadong kita, nakatalikod siya. He is being photographed on his back, turned. So, kita lang yung pangalan na nakalagay Wembanyama. So, magandang tingnan. For some of the cards, not all, but most of the cards that I've seen in breaks are not really good looking. Hindi maganda yung pagkagawa. So parang minadali, parang haphazard. It was done haphazardly, except for the Wembanyama photos. I haven't seen the LeBron yet because LeBron is actually part of the Fanatics or Topps family right now. So, he's also signing for Topps, not for Upper Deck anymore. So, meron din mga cards na nandoon na si LeBron ang selling point. So, dalawa ang selling point ng Topps Chrome Basketball right now, which is Wembanyama and also LeBron James. So, is it worth it? Is it worth it? The price is worth it? I mean, $600, I think. About 30 grand in pesos, no, in Filipino pesos. Is it worth it? I'd say yes, because you will be able to get if you get an autograph of Wembanyama, bawi na yung box mo, ng hobby box mo. And if you get a LeBron, it's also worth it, I mean. So it's worth it. But the problem is if you don't get those players, because it's a gamble, as we all know, if you open a box. But it justifies the price tag that it has. All right. So sa tingin ko bababa. So sinabi ko na, I have said that they're not really good looking. The cards are not really good looking except for maybe LeBron and with Victor Wembanyama. But would these autographs go up in value? Would these cards go up in value? It depends on the pictures. Kasi right now, even though they are unlicensed, people don't really care about what's the true RC anymore. Most of the collectors don't really care about it anymore, unlike before. So they will be considered as rookie cards even though they're not licensed. And because of the fact that a lot of these draft picks have signed with Topps right now, Brandon Miller, yung mga yan, sila Scoot Henderson. So these will be sought after over the non-autographs. There are fans of autographs versus the parallels that Panini has. na walang autographs. So people would be divided with their thoughts. For me, I would assume that tataas pa rin yung products, yung mga autographs ng Panini compared to the Shaquille O'Neal Classics, because those all went down in value once Shaquille O'Neal signed autographs for NBA card companies. Kasi Topps Chrome is a staple product ever since, unlike with classics. Yung classic hindi eh. It's a bad product in a way because it's part of scoreboard. So basically that's it. Sa tingin ko tataas pa rin yung mga values ng mga autographs ng Topps Chrome because these are rookie cards, in a way, rookie year autographs. They don't have any autographs with Panini. So but would these be affected once Fanatics or Topps has the license to produce autographs? It might, because those products at that time will feature Victor Wembanyama, for example, an autograph from him wearing his Spurs jersey. So maaring maapektuhan yung mga prices ng rookie year autographs from Topps Chrome. But parang feeling ko, to be honest with you, it really won't affect it that much, because this Topps Chrome product is now featuring these rookie cards, rookie autos on their rookie year, which is important to a lot of collectors. So magkaiba. So kasi do sa Shaquille O'Neal, he was wearing LSU jerseys, unlike this one. Wembanyama is actually wearing his San Antonio jersey, and the other autographs are wearing their uniforms as well. So maring hindi naman masyadong maapektuhan. Plus it's autograph. And one more thing, it's on card. They are all on card. So Fanatics or Topps is actually giving the people what they want, even though they're unlicensed. Yung ginawa nilang Bowman University, the cards, they are stickers, and they are not in their NBA uniforms. They are in their college, or with Victor Wembanyama. He is wearing his Greek League uniform. So hindi masyado yung hype noon compared to the Topps Chrome product, especially for Victor Wembanyama. So there you go. So would I buy a $600 hobby box? If finances permit, I might, if I had the finances. But because I don't have that, I won't buy a box. I'll just buy the singles. But the problem is sobrang taas ng mga cards, ng cards ni Victor Wembanyama with that product itself. Even the base cards are really tough to buy because they're pretty expensive. Kasi nga maganda yung kuha. It looks like a true RC in a way if you look at it, because he's being photographed on his back. So ang gandang tingnan nung base RC niya. So but there are a lot of autographs for Victor Wembanyama. I think I have seen about 3 variants or 4 variants of his autographs with this product. So there you go. As I've mentioned, no, sa tingin ko hindi maapektuhan ang prices nito, just because in 2026 Fanatics would be able to print or manufacture autographs for these rookies wearing their NBA uniforms. And even it's not comparable to what happened with Shaquille O'Neal's cards or autographs with Classic. So there you go. So magkaiba yon. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I hope I was able to answer your queries on this product, because this is kind of new and kakaiba, because it's not Prism, it's Topps Chrome. And I'm telling you right now, the Panini Prism is Panini's answer to Topps Chrome, but Topps Chrome will always remain as a staple product for a long, long time. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and God bless.